Thanks. So I just had to make sure that the screen worked. You know how this shit goes. You know how screens go. You're probably all freaked out right now. You're like, oh, great. Is this a timeshare presentation or something? But it's not. Just a little business opportunity I want to present to you. No, it's not. It's not that. There's. You'll get it. You'll see. Just fucking hang tight, okay? I just got here. I mean, to the stage. I've been in the building for hours. I've been good, thanks. How you been, Don Will?
Pretty good.
Nice. We go way back. That's not a joke. I'm serious. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm married. We just celebrated our 3rd anniversary. Yeah, fucking killing it. 3 whole years. I don't know. I'm pretty good at being married so far. I mean, most of it's just picking a show. That's been my experience. I don't mean to dole out, heavy-duty advice, but once we get the show picked out, everything after that's pretty chill. I like my wife, obviously. We got engaged during the pandemic, right before it, right before lockdown. I wanted to get married, and I loved her. And I said to the universe, I would like to be with this woman forever. I never want to leave her side. I want to be with her all the time. And then the universe was like, are you sure? And then I was like, yeah, why? What's going to happen, universe? And then we got stuck inside for a while. But we made it, and then we're supposed to have a wedding, then we had to reschedule it, and then we rescheduled it, and we got it in between variants. And it was good. It was a solid wedding. We were both in our 40s, so nobody's grandparents were there, but we had a good time, and it's been fucking marital bliss ever since. My wife, she likes to watch Jeopardy, and she likes to scream the answers. And then I forget that she's doing that, so I'll hear her from the other room, and I just think she's having a stroke or something, because she's just yelling dumb questions. What is Kansas? Who is Charles Barkley? Are you serious right now? You don't? Okay. Google it. Don't be. It's kind of embarrassing to not know. We have different priorities. She cares about expiration dates. I don't give a shit. I don't need the government telling me when my hummus is bad. I got a nose. I've developed a keen sense for when food is rotten, and I've developed that sense by screwing it up a lot. Made a lot of mistakes, and that's how you learn, right? The other day, my wife came home, she's like, did you eat that hummus? I'm like, yeah, why? She's like, are you okay? I'm like, what's going on? I mean, it was a little bit tangy, but... She's like, do you know how old that was? I said, yeah, I saw the Vote Bernie sticker on it, but I thought maybe he was running again. But, yeah, the one thing she gives me shit for is the way I dress. I mean, you guys are like, wow, fucking height of fashion up there. It's basic, right? But then I go deep in functionality. Like if REI sold formal wear, I would totally be there for everything I wear. But my wife hates functional clothing. Cargo pants, bucket hats. And I'm like, why do you hate bucket hats? They keep the sun out of the front and the sides and the back. I don't get this. And I got a pair of pants the other day that I was super excited about. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. They're like hiking pants, and they zip off into shorts. And I got
I have a pair on right now.
Thank you. Yeah. They're great for traveling. They're perfect. And I was real excited about them. I wore them home, so I bought them while I was on the road. And I was like, hey, babe, check these out. And I'm like, what? I was like, they're quick drying too. She's like, so am I. Take those off, please. She burned me hard the other day. She goes, you don't wear outfits, you wear clothes. It's like, I didn't know we were roast battling. Maybe give me a minute to prepare. But her fault, she signed up for it. She's stuck with me. She's stuck with this Cleveland 7 for eternity. I don't want to brag, okay, but this happened to me the last time I came to Union Hall. I was coming up out of the train and a woman stopped me on the street and she was like, oh my God, are you Nick Cage? And I was like, no, I'm not. And she said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure. I'm 5'7", and I just came up out of the subway. But I took it as a compliment, because it's fucking Nick Cage. And I love Nick Cage, and I think he's a good-looking guy, but you have to admit, Nick Cage, there are many. Nick Cage is a spectrum, okay? Which brings me to this question. Okay, but which Nick Cage? Because I've heard this before. People have said I look like Nick Cage, and I have to say, okay, but which one? We have Raising Arizona Nick Cage. Personal favorite? I will take that. We have Leaving Las Vegas Nick Cage. That's the movie where he's a dying alcoholic. No thank you. We have The Rock Nick Cage. Yes, please. I'll take that. I know that's not what she was referring to. We have Renfield Nick Cage. That's me when I dress up and go to church as a favor to my mom. This Nick Cage, this was me during the pandemic. This is Nick Cage from the movie Pig. And then this is Nick Cage from Con Air. Yes, please. I'll take that one. This is Aaron Rodgers. That's Aaron Rodgers. That's Nick Cage. That's Aaron Rodgers. Then we got USS Indy Nick Cage, where he plays a captain of the USS Indy. I've never looked like that, have I? Oh, maybe I have. Yeah, thank you. I was 19 and very terrified and in the United States Coast Guard. But I looked a bit like Nick Cage. Here's the Nick Cage that I am, for sure. It's adaptation Nick Cage. Definitely that Nick Cage. And then here's the other celebrity I have been compared to. Again, not bragging, I'm just repeating what I've heard. Javier Bardem. Again, thank you. Yes, please. But which Javier Bardem? Eat, Pray, Love Javier Bardem, or No Country for Old Men Javier Bardem? I know the answer. It's that one. It's that one. I'm going to have to leave that up there because the next slide says spoiler alert. My wife and I don't have kids. We read the terms of service and did not agree. They're expensive. We have a cat and we have a dog. That's good. That's enough. the cat had to have emergency bladder stone surgery the other day. And it was so much money. It could have been worse, but the cat has better health insurance than I've had in my whole life. So it wasn't that bad, but we got the stone removed. The vet's like, that was a huge stone. And I was like, can I keep it? And he said, why? I said, usually when I pay that much for a stone, I have it mounted in a piece of jewelry. And I would like that. I would like it in a ring, a little princess cut, and a white gold setting. And then I would show it off, and you'd be like, oh, what's that dullish gray-yellow stone? It's a rare mineral from the bladder of a domestic shorthair who had a diet of inexpensive dry food. We have a dog, too. We got her for protection. She's a 12-pound Pekingese. She's a rescue. We got her, we applied all these places, and then finally this place called us, and they were like, hey, we have a Pekingese puppy seized from an irresponsible breeder. Would you like it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know what an irresponsible breeder is. I've used the term to talk shit on some family members. But I guess in dog terms it just means she's inbred, really. She's pure, she's too pure bred, you know what I mean? She's got a little King Joffrey thing going on. This is what she's supposed to look like, but she has an underbite, like that, right? And then her eyes are crossed, but not this way. They're crossed that way. And people will laugh at her. They'll just laugh at her. They'll walk up to and I'm like, what the fuck? She doesn't get the joke. And then they'll always be like, oh, is that a purebred? And I'm like, what's with that question, Hitler? Get away from us. Walk around. You gotta go far because she can see you from both sides. My dog has terrible timing too. I don't know if you guys have dogs that have terrible timing, but she'll be like, "Are you busy right now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually the most busy I've ever been." And then she'll be like, "Good, because I have to shit." And then I'll be like, "Not right now." And she'll be like, "I'll do it on the floor." And I'm like, "Fair enough. I'm not gonna tempt you on this one." And then you go outside and you think they're gonna go like right away, right? But they don't. They got to sniff, and then they get all picky, and they're like, "This one, no. This one, no." And then you feel like a real estate agent with like a really particular client. You know what I mean? You're like, "Hey, how about this? It's available immediately. It's 15 square feet. It's all bathroom. It's great for pee or poop. It's in an up-and-coming neighborhood. Sometimes food falls here. How does that? No, not good. This starter spot, perfect pisser upper. It's already soaked in piss you can piss on top of. It's recent foreclosures. Garbage you can sniff on Wednesdays and Sundays. Don't put it in your mouth or I'll pull it out, just so you know. Oh, you want something a little more premium? I get it. How about this? Prime location for shooting and pissing. Fully fenced in efficiency. Green space on the property. Purebred neighborhood. Great for networking. Loose dirt smells great. You can kick it when you shit on it. No, you don't want to do any of that? Okay, fair enough. I'll walk you around the block then. Thanks, guys. My name's Jim Tooze. Have a great night.